appreciate that you have, in this morning you have taken your time and investing your time to learn something. It's not about learning, it's about discussing, showcasing, and growing together. Uh, Let me share my screen. Uh, I think, Sashi, you need to make me a presenter. Make me
Uh,
and Karthik a presenter.
yes.
Great, thank you. So let me make it presentable. Okay, so uh, as you know that today's agenda is uh, Dynamics 365 finance and operation with Power Apps. So let me set the context. So what we are going to showcase is we are going to showcase the capabilities which Dynamics 365 finance and operation has. When it comes with Power Apps, it becomes a powerful ERP system. That we will be showcasing you that what we can do with Power Apps with Dynamics 365 finance and operation, and that how easily we can do that. That's why I say the future is here. The reason is, imagine from today to 5 years later, the ERP concept will be totally changed because Microsoft and other ERP is coming with a lot of AI, functionalities, AI, ML, machine learning, and all. So if you don't invest our time as a consultant in this industry, then we'll be very much behind. So not only we need to, learn, and we also need to take this learning to our end customer so that they also can get benefited, right? That's why I'm saying the future is here. So first, I would like to introduce ourselves, who we are. So I will start from myself that I am Ramit Paul. I am a senior manager in Productivity India member firm. We both, Karthik and me, are also working with Productivity India member firm. I am also a Microsoft MVP. But from that, I have around 12 years of experience in ERP consulting. And to add on it, like Sashi is managing a group of Odisha. I also lead a group in Eastern India, which is Kolkata Microsoft User Intergroup. Some of you have joined previous calls as well. So this is a little bit about myself. Maybe I will hand over to Karthik to introduce himself.
Yeah. Uh, First of all, thank you, Ramit and Orissa Power Community platform to giving me this opportunity. Yeah, anyhow, like this is my first community session, so thank you, Ramit and Sashi. So basically, me and Ramit works in the same company, Productivity India private member. Okay, so I works as a functional consultant there. Yeah, yeah. And thank you everyone for joining the session today during the weekend morning. So me and Ramit can promise you that yeah, this one hour is not going to be like you're not going to regret by joining the session. Okay, like there will be a very productive session. It will be like maybe whatever we are showing you, it may take you like a 1 or 2 days to understand. But yeah, in 1 hour we are going to give a glance on the integration of Power Automate or Power Apps with the Dynamics 365. It's going to be a very productive session for you. Thank you, Ramit.
Thank you so
You can
much.
take it
Thank
forward.
you so much, Karthik. So I will go to the next one. What is our agenda? Our agenda is four topic. What is inventory on hand mobile app? Second is artificial intelligence using business card return and prospect creation. So I will talk about a bit. Let me go through the agenda. So the third one is mobile app creation in Power Apps with no code framework. And the last one is the Genie, which is invoice capture using AI Builder, a complete artificial intelligence model. The thing I like what Karthik has said, you are not going to regret by joining this session because you are going to see a lot of new things. Maybe you have seen in some of the blogs, but we are going to showcase how it works in this session. When it comes to inventory on and mobile app, uh, I have created this slide for you. I know we have to be very honest that we live a meme loving world, right? So that's why I've created this slide. See, when you see on hand inventory, right? So on hand inventory is something that is just not only transaction, but a lot of people use this on hand inventory in Dynamics 65. On hand inventory is what? Say suppose you are not in Dynamics industry, but also let me explain what is in on an inventory. On an inventory means I have some stocks of the product in an organization. They have to maintain a stock to see the stock whether I can I will go ahead and purchase it, I will sell it. If I'm say going to sell it, whether I have inventory or not. For that, to check the on an inventory, I always need to go to our dynamic CRP system and then can see. But what if some salesman or some marketing guy gets a call that okay, I need this order, then how they will confirm in phone that okay, we have this capability of shipment, I will deliver it. So what they do, they all have to keep the customer waiting and then come into dynamics, check the online inventory, and they can confirm. But what if this can be revolution, we can bring a revolution by on hand in taking the on hand inventory on mobile. And Dynamics 365, Microsoft has team build a on-hand inventory mobile app, which is easy to use, that I am going to showcase. And after I showcase, Karthik will be going to share how he has done it or how we can done it. It is the complete. It's not even a low code. It's a no code. So that's what I'm going to share in the screen. So probably I will switch my screen uh, to my mobile. Just a minute. And feel free to ask questions if you are not able to catch it up. We will help you. Sorry. Joining from mobile. Sorry to keep you waiting. Just a minute. Let me turn off the video. So I'm trying to. I need the meeting link. Can anyone paste it in chat?
Sure,
Karthik?
Amit.
Yeah.
Sure, Amit. Just 1 second. Sure. I just pasted it.
Yeah. Just a minute.
So maybe, hi everyone. By the time, just want to understand out of all the people who are F&O uh, learned resources who are Power Platform but don't know F&O, maybe within that time, Kumar is F&O. Okay, great. So then others, it will be a really great learning. Okay, two people are, yeah, yeah. Okay, Ramit, if you're back, maybe continue. Shankar, three peoples. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm back.
yeah, Ramit, over to you if you are ready.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, but it is echo is coming actually.
Just a minute.
I think Palash joined from Singapore, if I'm not wrong. I can see Palash also basically from Kolkata. I'm not sure
Yeah,
who from out of India also or else. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. I think
Ram-
we can start.
Sure, sure, sure. Over to you.
Great. Thanks. I'm sorry for keep you waiting, and I have switched my screen to my mobile. I will now share my screen. What I was saying is that uh, now can you see my screen? I think
Yes,
yes, right?
yes, yes,
Okay.
Ram.
See, that's what I was saying that in on an inventory, what we can do in mobile is just one click. I can see my inventory. How? I will just click on this inventory on a mobile app, and it is a Power App built-in mobile app. I will just click on this on an inventory mobile app, and that will open in my mobile. And if I am a salesman, if I am a warehouse guy, if I am a marketing guy, if I am a stock counting guy, whoever I am, I can see my inventory from my mobile. I don't need to log in Dynamics and check what all inventory are there. So as you see in my screen, that these are the items I have: 1101, which is having 123 item, 1104, which is having 201 stock, 1105, 109, which is having 1093. I can see the unit, and which has no stock. I can also see this has zero stock. So if I'm a procurement guy, I will run a MRP or demand forecasting. I will see, okay, this is required or not, and then I will order it. Or if I'm a plan order, then it will be ordered. But the main agenda is that how useful it is that without checking in my system, I can see my inventory in my mobile. Not only this, so what if the question is that you have inventory, but you don't know which site or which warehouse having this inventory? Or you can ask that, okay, I have inventory dimensions, whether this will be seen here or not. The answer is yes. So if I click on this, say suppose 1105, I want to further drill down. As you see, whatever the warehouse it will be visible in my system. If I drill down to site 1, it will further drill down which warehouse having under site 1, but all warehouse will have stock. So as you see, 101 is warehouse 1, and in site S1, I think it is showing something differently. But if you have different sites and warehouse, that will also show you. And not only this, if you have inventory dimensions, how can you see that? So you have filter option here. You can click on filter, and if you have dimensions like color, size, style, you can filter it, and you can check, you can apply it, and you can see the inventory from the mobile itself. Not only this, if I have physically reserved item for the engage this item, I can also see how many physical reserved items or stocks are there under this item. How many are on order, I can see from the mobile. Okay. What if I have multiple legal entities? Is it a legal entity specific? The answer is no. The answer is yes and no. Because when you see legal entity specific, this will come as a all legal entity. I mean, you can see I can filter with my all legal entities. Suppose I am from a different company, different legal entity. I can also see my company's stock. I can see other company stock as well. Say suppose Demo LE I have. I can see the stock from USMF. I can filter it. I filter with it. So if you see USMF, I can select it. I can go back, and you will see the counts items are changed. So this is all the USM legal entities item and its stocks. Okay. And if I say I want to see only my site and warehouse, I mean few site and warehouse by filter. So I can make it a filter first. Suppose I want to see, okay, this site and warehouse. Okay. I will go back and I will be able to see only this site where the filtered warehouse or sites stock, not all the stocks. Okay, this is a very useful that what I wanted to share, that this is the mobile inventory app, on hand mobile inventory app, which will be very useful if you know I mean any company who is manufacturing, which is supply chain, who is dealing with material or anything, they have stock, they can utilize it, and it comes as an add-on. It's not a pricing. If they have power ups license, they can use it without any cost. So if you have no questions on the non-inventory mobile app, I will further hand over this to Karthik. He will showcase how it can be done, how it can be configured in Dynamics System of Finance and Operations. Okay. I think Gopal has raised
Yeah,
his
I think
hand.
Yeah, Amit, I have one question here. So, whether we can edit it or like just we can view it, it's more about for the shop floor people, right?
Yes, correct. It's just
It's not for
it is a
the
preview app.
business user.
It's the preview app.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay, yeah. So, it we have any option to edit and add it over there, like for the if we have more product or something coming in, so we want to configure it or like just like view and it's
Yeah,
more
I
about
like
like warehouse management.
it's more about the viewing the inventory. You cannot, I
Okay,
mean, you cannot edit it. It's just the viewing. It's just a stock view option.
okay, okay, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Over to Karthik.
Hmm. Thank you, Ramit. So let me share my screen, guys. Yeah. So first of all, I just want to give an like a quick overview, like why we need this on-hand inventory. Why Microsoft has given the uh, Power App for this, because we already have an mobile app which is there in the Dynamics 365. Then why they're coming with this other app for this? So basically, this comes with this important update, like the Dynamics. So Microsoft is going to deprecate the mobile apps from April 2024. So they are like telling us to use the Power Apps instead of the mobile apps, the old mobile apps. Okay, because the experience and the UI of the Power Apps is much richer, and we can do a customization whatever we want, because it's a low code platform where we can write just like some like drag and drop kind of things, where we can uh, create our own apps as per our need. Okay, not we did not need to depend upon the Microsoft to give us an apps. Okay, so what I mean by mobile apps is, I'll just show you in Dynamics. If you are familiar with the Dynamics, then we have seen this option here, mobile apps. Okay, so here also you will have an on-hand inventory app. So Microsoft is deprecating these mobile apps in future. So they are like telling us to use the Power Apps now for this. Okay, so I'll now go forward and I'll show like how we can install this on-hand inventory mobile app. So before that, I just want to show you like what is some of the prerequisites for installing this. So basically, the first prerequisite is like setting up the Power Platform environment. Okay. So basically, you all will be aware of the LCS. Okay. So all the Microsoft Dynamics 365 ERP is having and some are hosted on the LCS environments. Okay. There will be a production environment. There will be a sandbox environment. Okay. So we need to set up a Power Platform environment for this environment. So I'll just show you the screenshot which I had taken. I cannot open that, but yeah, I'll show the screenshot how it looks like. So if you navigate to the LCS, you may have seen if you go to that environment like sandbox or production, you will see Power Platform integration. Okay, so whenever you are implementing in Dynamics 365, you should ask your technical architect or technical person to install this Power Platform integration. Okay, it's free. It's not going to cost you. Okay, so you need to ask your. It's the best practice now. So you need to ask your architect to install this Power Platform integration. Okay, once it is integrated, sorry, once it is installed, you will get an environment name. So current my environment name is Protivity. Okay. If I go and show you the Power Platform Admin Center. Okay. So this is my Power Platform Admin Center. So where I got an environments. So once this installation is completed in LCS, I'll get an environment created here in the Power Platform Admin Center. So this is a Protivity environment, my sandbox environment. Okay. So on this environment only, I'm creating all my apps, whatever the app is Now, Remit has shown that app we are going to install in this productivity environment. Okay. It's how the Power Platform is linked to the Dynamics 365. Okay. So basically, Dynamics 365, ERP, and Cloud Platform, both are two different platforms. So we're integrating them using this connection. Okay. There's a bridge where we are installing the LCS, a Power Platform integration. Okay. So basically, you may have listened about the word called Dataverse. Okay. What is the Dataverse actually? So if you are using the Dynamics 365 ERP, you may have heard like AXDB. Okay, the AXDB is the underlying database of the Dynamics ERP. Okay, similarly, the whole Power Platform having an underlying database, which is the Dataverse. So whatever apps we are creating in a Power Platform, we have an option to save it in the Dataverse. Okay, you can create a tables in the Dataverse. You can use the tables for creation of Power Apps. Okay, so basically, Dataverse is an underlying database for the Power Platform. Okay, hope I am clear with this intro. So I'll move forward. To show you like how we can install this. So basically, the first prerequisite was to set up the environment. So this will be set up in the LCS, okay? And the same environment will get created in the Power Platform Admin Center, okay? Then we need to install the virtual entity. So there's something called virtual entity which we need to install, which will helpful in passing the data from Dynamics 365 to Power Platform. I'll search it here.
Yeah, Karthik.
I go to my productivity environment. I already installed it. I'll show you. Okay. Finance and operation virtual entity. This need to be installed. Okay, this is required for all kind of power of development. Okay, not for this only inventory. Whatever you are doing for integration of Dynamics 365 with the Power Platform, this should be there. Finance and operation virtual entity. This should be installed in your environment. And then we need to do some like enable some setup in Power Platform Admin Center. Okay, so if you go to your admin center, same here. From here, if you go to the admin center, just showing the screenshot. You need to enable this Power Apps component framework on Canvas app. So this need to be enabled. This is the third setup which we need to do. Okay. Then we have an Dynamics inventory on-hand mobile application. It's simple as we are going to Play Store and installing an application. Okay. If I open this, let me copy this link. Okay. So there's a link. It's app source. Okay, you have listened about the app source. Microsoft having like we have a Play Store in the Android. We have an app source for the Microsoft apps. Okay, wherein we can get ISO solutions or wherein we can get our Microsoft own solutions. Okay, so Microsoft has kept its Dynamics on hand into mobile app in the app source. So from where we need to click on Get In. Okay, get it now. So it will ask you for your admin email ID. So you need to give that email ID. Once you give that email ID, the installation will get started. Okay, the installation will get started and it will come here. I'll just show you. If I go to environments, these list of apps. If you enter your email ID and click OK, it will come here. On-hand mobile application. Okay. Then you need to click on install. From here, you need to select the environment. So basically, a Power Platform can have multiple environments. Okay, because the Power Platform is the platform where the company can use it for the multiple things. Okay, so Dynamics 365 is one of the environment in that. Okay, so we need to select our environment here, productivity, whatever it is. You need to select it and you need to click on install, and then this app get installed on your Dynamics 365 Power Platform environment. And then we need to go to Power Apps app, which Ramit has shown you, and you need to open that app and we can use that app. This is how it is simple. Okay, just 4-step process. Out of these 4 steps, the first 3 are required for all kind of apps. Okay, this is a one-time setup, and this is the fourth one is specifically for the on-hand inventory app. It's like it's easy as it is. We are going to Play Store and installing an app. Okay, you need to go to this link. You need to get it. You need to click on get it now. Then you need to add your work email or admin email there. It will come to your Power Platform admin center, and from there you need to install it on your environment. That's it, and it start working on your Power App.
Super. Yeah. To add on it, Karthik, a great presentation. It's very easy. And to add on it, you just need to install the Power Apps from either Android or you have Apple. You need to install the Power App application from the iStore. I'm not sure. I am not using Apple, so I don't know. It is a iStore or I'm not familiar. But from Android, it is Google Play Store. So yeah, that's what I think you have liked it, and you can suggest this. You can market this to your client, and it does not cost anything extra. It's just a new thing. Okay, now maybe we can take questions later on because in the interest of time, we will move forward because we have a couple of things to share and we have only 30 minutes. Let me share my screen. So where I was. So here, I think now we are clear why I have given this meme. Yeah, we have to be very honest that we are living in the meme world. So that's why I have kept this meme. Now, no more meme. Now the next agenda is the business card reader. Business card reader means, as you see, two of the business card, one is mine and one is Miller. Say organization meet a prospect and they get a business card from that prospect, and as a to create project operation, project management and quotation activity, they need to create that lead or prospecting system manually, right? So what if we think like Steve Jobs, right? What if we cannot just scan it and it comes automatically in system? Yes, we have taken care about this, and Microsoft has given a functionality or feature called business card reader, which is artificial intelligence, built with artificial intelligence and machine learning. So what we are going to share is I'm going to share my screen and I will scan my business card. Okay. And how quickly it is integrated in Dynamics Digital Finance and Operation and created a prospect, then I'm going to share this. Okay. So that, like we mentioned, we are not going to disappoint with this session. We are going to showcase many things. We are doing amazing things on our organization productivity. So I will stop sharing. I will I will share my mobile. Just a minute. 1, 2, 3, check. Can you hear me?
Yes, Ram.
Okay. So now I'm sharing my mobile. Now similarly, that the way I have opened the inventory mobile app, I am just opening. Though before that, I will show you that I have inventory mobile app. I have many other apps as part of our R&D team, and I will click on this business card reader mobile app, and this form will open in my mobile. What I'm going to showcase that I will scan my business card. Okay, it is done. I'll click OK. Done. Okay, so now you see this is captured in the business card reader. Okay, and then as you see, automatically the company is fetched. My first name is fetched, my last name is fetched, and I can just click on create prospect. And as you see, the record is created successfully. Now I'm going to share my screen in my Dynamics and I will show you what is created. Okay, I think you can hear me, you can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Sharing my screen. Okay, got it. I will maybe, okay. Sorry, my co-pilot has opened. Sorry. is the artificial intelligence era. I know everything we have set it up in our system, and like you can see, Copilot is available in our version. So prospect, all sorry, all prospect, sorry, my bad. All prospect, and as you see, this prospect is created in my system. And not only prospect, the business card was having my mobile number, which is company's mobile number. It is also picked it up. And as you see, my company's name is picked it up from here. And everything which was there in the business card, it is captured. Not only this, whatever the email ID was in business card, it is captured. My email ID is ramit.paul@productivityglobal.in. And it can set it up as a primary. My phone number was there, is a business mobile number. It's primary. So this is one of the artificial intelligence, we have built in, and Microsoft have given some facilities that we can use a component of business card reader, and by that we have created these tools. And if you liked it, give a like, and then Karthik will showcase how he has done it.
Okay. Let me share my screen, Amit. Thank you. Okay. So just wanted to give like just tell you that these not like there is no any hard code way of doing this apps. Okay. We're just telling you the capability of the Power Apps. Okay. It's just about idea. Okay. The idea you have that you can execute on the Power App. Okay. So we had few ideas and we executed that and we are showing you. So based on the business requirement, the need and the use of Power Apps can be uh, leveraged. Okay. I'll show you like how we have created this business card reader. There's a website called make.powerapps. This is the official website for creating the Power Apps. So go through that. Okay. So as I said, this Power Platform is integrated with your environment. Okay. So first of all, you need to select the environment, proper environment. So productivity is my Dynamics 365 environment. Okay. I'll select that. Then I'll go to apps. So where I can see all my created apps here. Okay. I'll just my business card app. And I'll show you like how we created that. Yeah. So this is as simple as like creating a PPT or writing a formulas in the Excel. Okay. So you just need to get into it. Then it's very easy. So we created a screens here. Two screens we created. Like from here, insert, sorry, new screen. From new screen, you can create a screens here. So I currently created first screen. In the screen, I just added a rectangles here. So I just click on insert and I add rectangle. So this way I added this rectangle where I written the scan. The other rectangle, I had written result. Okay. Again, this company first name, last name, all are the rectangles where I had given the labels. That's it. Okay. Then how this business card reader we have inserted? There's already a business card reader component available. If I go to AI Builder, there's a business card reader component. I just clicked it and added the business card reader component here. Okay. So then all this has been come here. If I click on this scan, it'll as it is a laptop, it'll ask me to select uh, a file. Okay. If I select like this file, so it will scan it and it will give me a result here. So I'll show you like how it is giving me the result. So before company, I kept one of the text box here. Okay. In the text box, it's like a simple Excel formula where I have written like There's a database, business card reader one. Okay, from here the data is getting captured. I want a company name to be displayed here. Again, in the second label text table, I written business card reader one dot first name. Okay, then here last name. So basically, I'm only displaying you this three components here, but in the backend, the business card reader is able to scan my company name, my contact name. Okay, it's able to scan my phone number, it's able to scan my email ID and address, everything. Okay, but here I am displaying these three things. And then when I click on create prospect, okay, here at the time of clicking on the create prospect, I'll show you what we had done. Okay, so it's all about the idea. Okay, so basically directly by clicking on create prospect, you can create an prospect in the dynamics directly from here. But what we thought is like by clicking create prospect, we will create an record in the dataverse, and then from there we will use the Power Automate to create a record in Dynamics 365. Okay, so what happening is that I created a table called new table wherein I am inserting this data. Okay, patch function means inserting a data into any of the database. Okay, here in Power patch function means inserting data into any uh, database. Okay, it's very easy, like patch on which table you want to insert. Okay, and the table name and the business card reader value. What's the value? Okay, the value is coming with business card reader. Okay, so this may look a bit confusing for you for the first time now. Okay, once you start using it, it will be very easy. It's more like an Excel formulas only. Okay, then what is happening here is like it is creating a record in new table. Okay, I'll show you the table which I created. Yeah, when I click on create prospect, it is creating a records here. So I have an option directly create and record in Dynamics Register, but I prefer to have this record created in the Dataverse first. Okay, then I went to Dynamics 365. Okay. So when I click on create prospect, the records are creating in this custom prospect table. Okay, this way the all records are getting created. You see this company name, email, first name, middle name, okay, phone numbers. This all are coming here. Okay, so then what happened is I created a Power Automate flow. If I go to my flows, business card reader create prospect flow. It was very simple. Like if you have gone through like Dynamics 365 workflows, it looks the same kind of thing. Okay, there's a triggers here. So to trigger a flow, we required some trigger point. So I added like when a new record is created in this Dataverse table, custom prospect, this flow should get triggered. Okay, there's simple condition I kept it. Okay, then what will happen? So when a new record is getting created, so there is a connectors here. The Power Platform is having connectors with Dynamics 365. This is one of the connector which uses the data entities in the Dynamics 365. Okay, it's called like if you have heard the term called OData, yeah, it's use the same functionality, like wherein the data entities are exposed to outside APIs, and from there we can create a record in Dynamics 365. So the Power Platform also, the Power Automate also use the same concept of OData, wherein we can select the entity of Dynamics 365. Okay, and we can create a record there. Okay, has see the prerequisite is that this Power Platform admin center and Dynamics 365 should be on the same environment. Okay, then only you will get this all instances. So as we are in our environment, we have this many instances. So I'm selecting my sandbox instance here. Okay, then if I select my sandbox instance, this is a Dynamics 365 URL actually. So it will ask me to select the entity. This is basically data entity. So data entity name is prospect. Okay, so it will give me all the fields which are available in this data entity. Currently it is showing me 4 fields, but if you click on show advanced options, it will give me all the fields available in this data entity. I just need to map my dataverse field here. Okay, for example, I just remove this. Okay, it will show me all the fields available in my table, which where I created the record in the earlier step. So I'm taking the company name from there. Okay, I'm hard coding the currency, but if you have currency, you can add currency also. Okay, then company name where we need to create it. So this way, phone number, okay, email ID. So this all information I have captured it here. So once the record is created in the Dataverse table, the flow will be triggered, and the system will try to contact Dynamics 365 prospect entity, and it will create a record there. Okay, I'll show you what system has done now. If I go to all runs, it will show like how many times it has run. Okay, so 10 minutes ago it has run. Okay, I think which Ramit has done for this release. If I go here, this flow started where Ramit has entered his scanned his record. Okay. The system is able to capture this all data, then create record. You see the tick marks, it means the flow has run successfully. The record has been created successfully in Dynamics 365. Okay, this all things the system has created in the Dynamics 365. So this way we created this app. So basically at the Power Automate stage, Power Automate is a platform. Okay, we can use it for multiple purposes, but also we can use it for Dynamics 365 also. And to use it in Dynamics 365, Microsoft has provided a connector called Fin and Ops connector. I'll just show you how the connector looks like if you want to use it. Mm. How we can add this, like you click on new step. Okay, Fin Ops. Okay, Fin and Ops. This is a kind of connector to connect the Dynamics 365. Okay, what kind of action you want to perform? You want to delete a record through data entity, or to want to update a record? Okay, or you want to create a record. So I taken create a record functionality here. Okay, when I select create a record, it will ask me to select the instance. I selected the sandbox environment. It will ask me to select the entity. There are all the entities will be the vendor V2, customer V2, prospects. This all entities will be there. Okay, I selected this entity. Okay, it will show me all the fields available here. Okay, and just I need to map this field. Okay, this is the dynamic register field. I need to map this field with my current dataverse. That's it. That easy. That's it. Any questions?
Great. I think in the interest of time, we
Yeah.
will take the question later on.
Okay.
And thank you so much, Karthik, for a detailed demo. I like the comment. It's all about ideas. So Microsoft has given the platform, and you just need to utilize our brain, our Einstein brain, and we can make it. Let me share my screen. So now I think you can see my screen. So now I have given this slide, small slide, where I have given power apps in mobile, and then I have a Jin, and I'm saying make your wish, and he is saying make your wish. So what is that? That is, hey, suppose you have something. It's like Karthik mentioned. You have something. You have something. It's all about ideas. You have idea, and one day, a morning, you got an idea. I need to create a mobile app, and that is not available in system. How we will do that? So that's the relation that I have given him call make your wish. So what we are going to share is what Karthik has been showing right now. See, like Karthik has mentioned, Microsoft is going to deprecate mobile app. I will say they have already planned to deprecate, or they have deprecated it. What does mean deprecate? They will not invest anything on mobile app which is built in Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations. What is next? The next is Microsoft has said, or Microsoft has given, that we have given a framework called Power Apps, and there you can invest your time to build your own app. So this is something like, there is a buzz, but we don't know it. How to create a mobile app. We are, or maybe I will tell Karthik will show how to create a mobile app in just few minutes. If you have a Power App license with Dynamics System of Finance and Operation, like Karthik was mentioning, if you have data entities which works with data verse and which works with dual write, if you need to, if you just need to enable that dual write, sorry, there is a background noise, then you can create a mobile app. So Karthik is going to share how to create a mobile app now.
Okay. Thank you, Remy. So basically, I'll create a quick app which shows me all the vendors available in the system. Okay. So before going to that, I just want to press like on the word called dual write. Okay. So at initially, I have shown you that there are some prerequisites to create this mobile app, and these are common for all types of app. Okay. These three are the initial setups which we need to do. So once this is done, there's a dual write which get enabled. Okay, dual write means like at the same time it will create a records in Dataverse, and if it's created a record in Dataverse, it will like again vice versa, it will create a record in Dynamics 365. Okay, so because the whole companies, whole vendors, full customers are there in Dynamics 365. So how the Power Platform will able to access this data? It is through a dual write. Okay, I'll just show where it is there in Dynamics. So if you go to system, sorry, yeah, system admin, data management. So there's some background noise at my end. Sorry for that. Go to dual write. Okay. So it's not showing me tables now, but yeah, at a certain interval, it leaves the data entity concept. It will transform my data to uh, Dataverse. Okay, from here at a certain intervals, it always transfer data to the Dataverse, from where I can use those values for creation of the apps there. Okay, I'll just go to Power App. I'll just create a new app now. Okay, I'm in the home page of the Power Apps. I'll click on the app. I'll click new app. Okay, I'll click start with page design. Okay, we have two options: tablet or phone app. Okay, I'll select the phone. The layout will be changed, okay, for tablet and phone. I'll select the layout of phone, mobile phone. So I selected the vendor V2 entity here from the database. Yeah. So it is getting refreshed. Okay, you see my, I'll just play this app. You can see that these vendors are coming when a whole list of vendors are coming here. So we can edit this. We can create our own look here. So I don't want this image, so I'll just click on delete. So image get deleted. I'll just zoom it a bit. Sorry. Yeah. I want an vendor name also here. I'll just click on insert text label. Yeah. I'll create on the text. I'll go to advanced. This item dot. So this item is the vendor V2 table. Okay. Name or description. Okay. Sorry, this I think coming some other thing.
I think your screen is stuck.
Able to hear me, Ramit?
Able to hear you, but acha, now
Okay.
it is. Yeah.
I'll search name. So this is the name of the vendor company. You can also have an like actual name also. I just need to check the entity like field name there. Okay. So this way we can create, and then I want an header here. So I'll just click on one gallery. I'll just move it a bit down, bit down. I'll insert a rectangle here, or you can add an button also. I'll add a rectangle. I'll add a text label. I'll change some of the font options here. I want it to be bold. I want it to be in the middle. I wanted it to be 25. I want the text to be in yellow. Okay. So this way we can change a whole font properties. Okay. So this way we created an app called a vendor list page where I can get a vendor ID and vendor name. Okay. If you want to add like vendor phone number or something, a vendor address, that can also be done. Just to copy this, add in one more text label there. This is a rectangle. One. I'll just increase the size. So here I want primary email, if you say. Okay. Save it. So this way I'm playing my app. So the vendors which are having the primary will come the email also there. Okay. So this way we can create our own app. It's a very simple app which I created. But yeah, we have created one more app where we can create the vendor also in Dynamics 365 directly from here. Okay. That also I can show you 1 second. So this way, this as simple as it is, like to create an apps here. Okay. I'll just go back. I'll show you like the app which we have created. The vendor master app which we created. It took us some time, like around 3 4 hours to build this whole app. I'll show you that. Yeah. So I'll just play this app. Okay. So there's a vendor master list page. Okay. Here you're getting the vendor ID, vendor name, and the country from which he belongs. Okay. You can also have a filter here. Okay, to filter the vendors record here. If you want to create a new vendor, you can click on plus icon. If you want to edit any vendor, you can click on this pencil mark. Or if you want to delete any vendor, you can delete this here. If you do this action from here, the effect will be there in Dynamics 365. Okay, whatever action you perform, if you delete any vendor from this app, it will get deleted from the Dynamics 365 also, unless there are no transactions with that vendor. Okay, so if you want to create a new vendor, I'll click on this plus icon. Okay, so I'll give like So name here you can keep a lookups also here coming from the dynamic system. Currently, I'm giving it manually. So I need to do a bit of need to invest some more time to get this lookups here. Then once all the information are filled in, I'm just filling the mandatory information which I require to create a vendor here. Okay, I just click this submit button. Okay, so once you click on the submit button, you can have an one more dialog box where the record created in the dynamic system. Okay, so you see it's processing and it's creating a record there. So again for this also, we have used this Power Automate thingy. If I go here,
I don't know. I think sometimes you are breaking. It's with my
yeah,
internet or it's for everyone.
Yeah, it's for
okay,
me
just
also.
create new. I think it's my internet issue.
Now it's fine.
Okay. So this is a flow which we created. Yeah. So some like 30 seconds ago, this flow ran when I click on that tick mark. Okay. It got succeeded, means the record has been created in the Dynamics 365. So whenever a new record is created in the database, okay, so the system will create a record in Dynamics 365 also. So here also we use the same concept of connector of F&O where we take an entity as vendor V2. That's it. We change the entity and we inserted a record. And if I go here to all vendors, I can show you that. Okay, this is vendor ID Ramsham which I created. So it got created in Dynamics 365 also. Okay, this way. So it's just a use of the Power App and data entities. Okay, to play with this. That's it, Ramit. Like from the creation of app point of view.
Super. I will also like to share my screen. Maybe they have not seen this in mobile. What you have shared, I can share my screen. Just a minute. So, so what Kartik was sharing, I mean, maybe you can connect more if I show you in mobile. See, it is my mobile. I'm sorry. And I can see the vendor master custom which Kartik has created. And I mean, the form, but which Kartik was sharing, that is coming as slow, as very small. The reason is that was built on mobile app. So as you see, I'm using this app from my mobile. I can just click on this plus, and then this option will come. I will fill up the details. I will click right click, and the vendor will be created in the system. If I want to edit a vendor, I will just click on edit. I will give some XYZ. I will save it, and it will be integrated to Dynamics. If I want to delete it, delete means there must be no transaction. That's when we can delete it. But if that is eligible to delete, we can delete it from my mobile. I don't need to go to Dynamics. I don't need to spend a lot of time. While we give value for our time, we also need to value our end customers' time, right? So yeah, that's it. I mean, uh, this is the one of the powerful add-on. I will say not add-on. This is the future which Microsoft has invested. Yeah, Golak, Golokant, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Hi, Ramit. Yeah, it's really nice session and it's really helpful to understand. I'm not sure for about others, but yeah, it is helpful for me for sure. And I want to ask one question because one of the customers actually I'm working for F&O. There is a requirement in the subscription billing, subscription billing, how much use pay as you go kind of concept. Customer want to implement that. So is there any option in F&O to go for this subscription billing model? Let's say any application they want to build because they are also giving service. Okay. And they want the billing to be captured in a subscription based like pay as you go. The concept is all
I
about
got it.
like that.
So
Yeah.
Golokant, okay, I
Yeah.
don't know how I will take it. So are you asking this is there any possibility in mobile they can use it, or you are asking as a whole
F&O.
subscription billing
I'm
usage model?
in F&O. In F&O, I'm asking.
Yeah, subscription billing. I think it is a different context, but yes,
Hmm.
subscription billing usage based, milestone based,
Hmm.
event based, usage based. Even you can use subscription billing by usage based. It is possible.
It is possible, right? Maybe if
Yeah.
you have any references, if you can provide, that will be helpful, because this thing came to, I understand it is out of the context, but this thing I just came to my mind because I was just to, I'm exploring something
Okay,
on this
that's
app.
not a
That's
problem.
why.
That's not a
Yeah, yeah,
problem. I mean,
sure.
okay. In the interest of time, maybe you can connect
Yeah,
with me in LinkedIn. I
sure.
will help you. Okay.
Sure, sure. I think nothing else from my end. If
Not
anybody
a
has any
problem.
questions,
Okay.
maybe.
Okay,
Thanks.
and
Thank you.
to the organization, to the organizer, and to the audience, and to the respective audience, I will say, uh, in the interest of time, while we give value to our time, I will also be honest to give the value to your time, because it's 11:07 and we have budgeted till 11. If you are fine, then we can continue with one more round of interesting thing, which is invoice scanning, or else we will end this session and then we'll schedule this in another time.
I think we can
Sashi,
go ahead. Yeah, I think
okay,
we can go ahead. If it's a quick
great,
demo, we have.
super.
Yeah.
Let me share my screen once again. So, as of now, we were here, we made a wish, we created an app, and we are able to use it. Now I have another wish to my gene, that what about, I am a AP guy and I am spending a lot of time by creating records in system, and looking into vendor invoice, either it is soft copy, it is a hard copy. I just need to put it in system. Why not? I can have a Aladdin's gene that everything I see in scanned, and it created a recording system. I just need to chill out. Okay, so Microsoft, not only Microsoft, we also heard, we have come up that as a solution, that invoice scanning app, which Karthik is going to elaborate. So I will explain what is invoice scanning app. So invoice scanning app is a AI builder, and it is built top of AI builder, like the same thing which business card reader app, which I have showcased, which Karthik has explained how to create it. But this invoice scanning app is something you don't need to build it from scratch. It's just an add-on. You can use it, but yes, it has some license cost. It's a disclaimer that it has some license code. I will talk about it. If you want to if you want to understand the license at at the end, you can ask this question. And invoice scanning up, how it works. I say, suppose you have a mailbox, you have a APT mailbox, or you have a SharePoint. There, either the now all the emails are coming to your APT mailbox. System has capability to check everything from their in mailbox, and if it is matches that it is an invoice from vendor, they will quickly scan it. They will find everything from the invoice. It's not all, it's only few things. Everything means we can train it, everything we can scan it, and by the AI builder functionality, artificial intelligence functionality, machine learning, you know uh, and all, we can use this app. It will scan your invoices starting from vendor account, vendor name, vendor address, USD, sorry, currency, legal entity, your organization number, everything, amount, item, everything, whatever is there in the invoice, it will be scanned and it will be created a record in system. You don't need to do anything in system. You just need to review it, and by 5 years or 6 years, maybe you don't need to even review it. Even you just need to chill out and post it, or it can also post it. So that's how the invoice scanning app, as a conceptual thing, that is the concept. Now Karthik is going to share how it works in real time.
Okay, let me share my screen. Yeah. So basically, this invoice capture is also in Power App. Okay. So Microsoft built this app on their Power Platform. So if I go to this Dynamics 365, so this invoice capture will come in my landing page. Okay. So this need to be installed, and if it is installed properly, then yeah, it will open from here. So if you click on invoice capture app, so as Ramit said, so the Microsoft has used the technology of like artificial intelligence and OCR to get the data from the PDF or images and to create an invoice in Dynamics 365. Okay, so there's a two-step process. Like first is scanning the invoice and getting the details from the invoice, and second step is creating a record in Dynamics 365. Okay, so for that there can be multiple channels. Okay, for getting an invoice, maybe the vendor is sending you an invoice on an email, whether you're putting that invoice on a SharePoint or OneDrive. Okay, the channels can be multiple. So here we have created a channel called Outlook. Okay, I'll just show you system setup. Mm, yeah. So manage channels. So we created a channel for Outlook here. So if I go inside, this again, this is integrated again with the Power Automate flow. Okay. So Power Apps and Power Automate works together here. Okay. So I created Outlook. I'll just show you my flow. What is there in the flow?
So to add on, I'm sorry, Karthik, to add on,
Yeah.
what the channel means, channel means what is your source of getting the invoice or soft copy from the vendor. Channel means from which channel you are asking the system to scan it. It can be SharePoint, it can be email, it can be API, can that is all about the channel. Go ahead, Karthik.
Yeah. I'll just show the flow. What happens in the channel? I created a channel for Outlook. So where I'm saying that when I get an mail in my inbox, okay, with a subject called invoice, okay, and which has an attachment, you pick that attachment and send it to the invoice capture solution. Okay, this is what the channel I created. I get an mail in my inbox with attachment having a subject invoice. Okay, then this attachment will be picked and it will be sent to the invoice capture app. Now you will select what happen if an email contain like 4 attachments, 4 invoices. The system will pick all 4 the attachment, the system will scan all 4 attachments. Okay, this has that capability. Okay. Around like 50 attachments can be there in an Outlook, in an email. The system will pick those. So once the attachment has been picked it from here, it will be transferred to this invoice capture solution. Okay, I'll just show a quick demo. I'll go to my Outlook and I'll send an email to this email. Subject. I just created one invoice, service invoice. I just sent an email. Okay, now this email has been sent. Now my Power Automate flow will get triggered. Okay, so you see this 9 seconds ago, this flow has been triggered. Okay, so when I got an email, this flow has triggered. The flow is running now. I'll just click on all runs. So when I received this email 26 seconds ago, this has been succeeded. Okay, the system is able to pick an attachment from my email. I'll now go to the uh, invoice capture solution, manage invoices. So if I go to the received files, you can see the service PDF. Not this. 1 second, let me check. What is the name? Yeah, service invoice is the PDF name. Okay, so first it will come to received files. Okay, but here it will check for some validation like whether duplicate invoice or not. If it is a duplicate invoice, like invoice number is already there in the system will stop it at this stage only, in the received file stage. Or if it is not compatible with the invoice capture, the file properties, then it will stop in the received file stage only. So currently, once it is compatible with all this prerequisites, then it will move the invoice to the captured invoices. Okay. So this is INV 17. So I'll just open you for you the service invoice PDF. This is service invoice. This is a vendor. Okay. This is the customer. Contact center is the customer. Invoice date. Invoice number is 17. This is the item description. 83,000. This is the amount. Okay. So invoice number is INV 17. So system is able to pick an invoice number from my invoice. I'll just open this. How the AI builder has able to scan this. See, I can get this attachment here in the invoice capture app, and you see this, the system is able to pick the invoice number from this application. That intelligent this AI builder is. If I click on this I button, it will show me like from the PDF from where it has able to pick it. If I go to vendor name, it's able to pick vendor name from here. So it's a pre-built, pre-trained AI builder. Okay, it's able to scan like almost all the invoices which you have. Okay, if any invoice is there which this AI builder is not able to scan, that is not the limitation. Okay, the AI builder has a mechanism of learning the things. Okay, you can train the AI builder like for any kind of invoice, and it will start scanning it from the next invoice onwards. Okay, so it's have an ability to learn. This way is able to pick up the data. Okay, the amount has been picked up from here this way. So based on this invoice data what is available, the system is considering this an cost invoice. Okay, there are two kind of invoices. Which is a cost invoice, in Dynamics language it is an invoice journal. Okay, if it is a cost invoice, the system will create an invoice journal in the system. If it is a purchase order invoice, the system will create an pending vendor invoice on the journal, so in the Dynamics 365. Okay, so hence it looks like an consultancy invoice. The system is able to identify like this is a cost invoice. If it contains items and the PO number, the system will identify like this is a purchase order invoice. Okay, this way it will identify. So the system, the status is awaiting. Okay, it is getting created in a Dynamics 365. I'll just go back once. I'll just refresh this. Yeah, it's still awaiting, means it is getting created in the Dynamics 365. Once it is created, that will be the status of the chain to transferred. Okay, by the time I'll show you some more invoices which we have done, which is already transferred.
So
Like,
Karthik, Ramit, this
yeah,
invoice capture app uses the pre-built AI model
yeah,
that we have, right? Invoice processing
yes,
model.
yes, it is a pre-built AI
Correct.
model which we have.
Exactly.
So I just wanted to test the capability of AI Builder. Then what we done is like we written an invoice with our own handwriting and we tried to capture it. And the system is that intelligent, it is able to capture my handwritten invoice also. Okay, it is able to capture my invoice vendor name. It's able to capture my company name. Okay, it's able to capture the invoice date. All information the system is able to capture, and it has created the record in Dynamics system also transferred me. Okay, that intelligent is this AI Builder. Okay, and it is not like limitation, like if a system is not able to scan any invoice, we can train it, and from next time onward it will start understanding that invoice also. Okay, now this invoice has been transferred. I'll just refresh this. Yeah, 17 has been transferred. Okay, I'll just show that invoice in Dynamics 365. I'll go to accounts payable, invoice, invoice journal.
So Ramit, Karthik, this invoice capture is a model-driven app, right?
Yeah, it's a model driven
Correct.
app, right?
Model
And
driven app.
it only comes with finance, and or we can like install it like outside that as well.
Basically, it
Uh,
comes with finance and operation. But yeah, this AI builder component is there, like invoice capture component is available in the Power Apps. You can use that Power Apps, like you can build your own app using the AI builder component. If
Yeah,
I go to
this
this Power App, yeah, yeah,
this invoice capture I can't use, right? Like
you
unless and
cannot
until I
use
have
invoice
a
no,
capture.
finance
no,
FNO subscription.
Hmm. No,
no.
because
So
it is
invoice capture,
basically, yeah,
Sashi,
Ramit.
invoice capture is a app like inventory mobile app. Like we have got it. Like clicking on get it now. The same thing. It is a pre-built app which Microsoft has
Mhm.
given, which is connected with FNO.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, because if I show you here in the setups, system setups, it is taking the whole data from FNO. So how system is able to identify the vendor? Because the invoice capture app also have the vendors here. The system is using a dual right concept here. It is picking all the vendors.
Mhm.
If you create a vendor in Dynamics 365, it will bring that vendor to this invoice capture app using dual right. Okay, all vendors come here. All the legal entities which are available in Dynamics 365 will come here. Okay, so this way
Got
it is
it, got it.
integrated with the Dynamics 365. That's why it is able to identify. Okay, so one more thing which I want to show you, has this invoice got created here. So you can use it for the purchase order also. For purchase order, it will be a totally touchless experience. Okay, for example, here you need to use the three-part solution. First, you scan the invoice, invoice capture. Second, the invoice is coming to the Dynamics 365. Third, you need to enable the process automation in Dynamics 365. If you have seen the process automation page here in system admin, it's available from the long time here. Before coming invoice captures came up, it's available from the long time, this process automation. Yeah, process automation, wherein once the pending vendor invoice is created, we can automate some processes like submitting it for the workflow, matching with it to the product receipt. These all process can be automated from the process automation batch jobs. Okay. So once the invoice got created in Dynamics 365, if this process automation batch jobs are running in your system, then the system will match it with the respective product receipt. The system will submit it for the workflow. Once it is approved, we can even post the invoice automatically, because if you see the invoice workflow in Dynamics 365, we have an element called post invoice. Okay, so once the workflow is approved, the post element can be called and it can be posted also automatically. So totally touchless experience can be there for the purchase order invoicing. Maybe for invoice journal, you may need to intervene to post it. Okay, you need to submit it for the workflow and post it. But in case of PO, it will be totally a touchless experience you will have in invoice capture. Okay, and some more add-ons here, like we can have a like manage rules. We can create it here. You can say like if system is not able to identify any vendor, what will happen? Okay, for example, E and Y is there. Okay, so E and Y is understanding that with that name you have created a vendor in the Dynamics 365, but E and Y is sending an invoice with the name called E and Y in their like abbreviation. Okay, so how the system will identify like it is a E and Y? So you can create a rule here, vendor account rule, rule name like called E and Y. Okay, if the vendor name contains E and Y, if the invoice contains E and Y, then you map it with my Dynamics vendor V001. Okay, this way we can create a rule. Even though we have a different name in Dynamics 365, we can create a rule wherein the system will able to identify like what is the vendor name. Okay, this is a very rare case where the system is not able to identify whether vendor names are different in invoice and Dynamics. We can create these rules. Unless if the names are common, the system will directly identify like what is the vendor. Okay. So the like the system can scan 3-page invoice also. Okay, if you have an invoice which is spanning for 3 pages, that also system will be able to identify and it will capture that invoice. That's how it works.
Maybe Karthik, you also can show the dashboard. Yeah, this dashboard.
Yeah. So there's a dashboard wherein you can see the status of different invoices. Okay, how many invoice has been captured, how many invoice has been cancelled. Okay, how many has been transferred to Dynamics 365 based on the day filter. This for 30 days. You can have a 60, 90 days filter also here. Okay, it will show you like a quick overview, like the status of invoices. Okay, what is the performance of invoice capture? How many invoices are there? How many are stopped? How many are transferred? The data can be captured from here. Okay, so again, this is linked with the Copilot. Okay, so intelligent. If I ask him like, just I'm asking a question to Copilot, it will work it on and it will give an answer. Okay, this still they are working on this Copilot feature with Dynamics 365. Yeah, it's having an natural language processing capability, wherein if I write something, it will understand like what is my intention and give me my answer. Okay. That's it, Ramit, from the inverse capture solution. Hope the team
Super.
likes it.
I'm waiting for that answer.
Yeah,
Copilot. Then
I
I
think maybe
will.
my internet is slow, so that's why taking time. Yeah, let's see. Let's wait.
Okay. We are transferring our job to the system, and system is now bored. He is calculating manually. Great. I think we know the outcome. What will happen? I mean, it will just show the number. Let me share my screen once again. We don't have much thing now, but anyway. Thank you, Karthik. I mean, it was a great session, great insight. I think even though we have not deep dive very much into it how to configure from scratch, but definitely our audience will be able to configure it by seeing the system, by seeing your recording later on. So that's what I was
Yeah,
talking about. I
definitely.
have a gin, I have requested that invoice scanning, and I'm done. So to add on it, this invoice capture, only one limitation. While we always, appreciate, praise everything about Microsoft, but we also need to be critics, right? So this invoice capture still now is not available for invoice register and invoice approval journal. It's only available with cost invoice. Invoice means invoice journal, and your purchase order invoice means your PO invoice. There is no possibility right now to create an invoice register journal invoice approval. So what next? So if a client is following this invoice register invoice approval journal, how we will deal with it? Like Karthik was mentioning, you can use the AI builder component to build your own invoice capture app. So that's where Microsoft has invested. So you can use, not only use the invoice capture, you have an app, okay, fine. You create your own app like Karthik, and we showcase that how to create a vendor app, how to use the AI business card reader model. So you can use the AI builder model, and you can build your own invoice capture app, and that can be integrated with invoice register, invoice approval journal. And right now, if I talk about the license, yes, there is some license of it, and right now we are having the session on 3rd of February 2024. Right now it is $300 per month for per 1,000 transactions. You can see this documentation from invoice in capture app as well. Yeah, this is the license cost. That's $300 per month per 1,000 transactions. It is not user based, it is tenant based. Okay. And then next, what is next? We don't have anything to showcase now, but we will not say this is the end. We will say just the beginning of AI. So yeah, if you are in any ERP industry, if you're not even in, in dynamic system of finance and operation, not even in VC, but if we were in SAP, but our, focus will always be AI. So this is the beginning of AI. Like we showcase some of the capabilities of AI, which can be, utilized in many customers. We have many case studies. Even though I will give an example, in productivity we are doing amazing things, me, Karthik. So I lead the productivity center of excellence practice for India and global as well. So we get a lot of case studies as part of COE, and we build this kind of app. This is just a small demo we have given, but we have built lot of demo assets for our organization, for our end customers. So if you have any questions, you can connect with us. That is it. Shashi, any questions or anything you'd like to help, or else happy weekend to everyone.
Yeah, I think there are no questions. Anyone, any queries, anything? I think we are good, Ramit. Thanks for a very insightful session on FNO and the different capabilities of AI. So it was a great learning for all of us.
Super. Thank you everyone. Thank you for your time. I wish this Odisha Power Platform user